Don People's Deadbolt. Let's talk about it. So we got to get into this Irv Gotti and Ashanti situation that flared up on Drink Champs. You know, when the drinks and the herbs go around, shout out to Nori. You already know he bring the best out. All these dudes want to come on and spill tea about the past and just, things they had going on that might have made them irrelevant, whatever, right? But at the same time, what made Irv Gotti want to drop the tea about him and Ashanti's relationship? Now, we all know Irv Gotti, Mr. Murder Inc., like, coming up back in the day, Irv Gotti was one of them guys, man. For him to come up through the industry, through the ranks, producing for some of your favorites like DMX, Jay Z, etc., Ja Rule. You know, he also founded a successful label. And, this whole situation when he was coming up, obviously, bringing up Ashanti. This was before the internet and all this type of stuff. You couldn't upload your music on SoundCloud or none of these sites and hope that you get discovered. It was, okay, what I'm saying? It was a few gatekeepers and he was one of them. So obviously, it wasn't a shock that he was smashing on Ashanti when she was coming through the door. I don't think that should be a shock to anyone. Who else was going to put Ashanti on? She wasn't writing her lyrics, none of that. And at that time, Irv had the sauce. It was relevant in her first album. You know what I'm saying? With all those bangers on there. But just the way that he described how she made happy, you know what I'm saying? After him banging it out and, all that type of time. And how he found out about her messing with Nelly. I mean, at the same time, you got to look, Irv, you had a whole wife, you had a whole situation. So, at the time, I know Ashanti was a little prize jewel, but we can't look at this in a situation and say, like, oh, this was your main line and she chose to go mess with Nelly. No. See, we can't go with it like that. You was doing your 1-2 at the time. You guys was at the top. You had Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? You dudes was the number one guys. You know what I'm saying? And everybody was rocking with y'all. And, at the time, it made sense. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody who was coming up, you might have been smashing on Vita for all we know, right? So, I mean, I think a lot of that rage just comes from how she stepped off on him because she, rode it to the end, right? I mean, you guys were going through federal indictments and, she rode it all the way to the end. But, when she left and, when she left, Nelly was kind of one of, still one of the hottest in the game. So in that type of time, it made sense for her to, go with Nelly and leave you behind. And I think you never got over that situation. I think that situation caused you to be a jealous girl. Yeah, man, because that's what you turned into on this situation, dog. Like you wasn't, and I'm not gonna say even keeping it player or keeping it G. You just wasn't stand up. You didn't have to let out those secrets, and that's what's making you not want to give her back her masters. Obviously, you're blocking that. You're never gonna let her do that. Also, like in the interview, I just found it so disturbing how you were sucking on these billionaire white dudes dead, talking about, oh, and one billionaire co-signed you to another, and just how you was just all on their type of time. You just begging for the spotlight. You begging for your chance. You could tell you're begging for your chance to get back at 50. Because 50's on top as far as with hip hop and stuff is concerned. He's on top of the cinema circuit right now. Like to get a show, you damn near gotta go through 50. So you trying to rival that. And I know it's been hurting you. As it would hurt anybody who had such an ego. Like sometimes I wonder with him and Dame Dash being two of the more popular figures in the 90s and early 2000s, like how, they're handling not being the guy now, like not being that number one. They still got a little fame to them, but they not who they once was. And I think you could tell like when they talk and how they display anger on certain topics, and you can really feel that that Ashanti thing really got up under his skin. And I don't think he'll never give her back her music. He'll never let her, eat off those records, that made her, who she is because of how she did him. And, I think it, Irv in his situation, man, hopefully he gets another chance at fame because I think behind the scenes he's willing to do whatever to get it. Him and Jai, shout out to Jai, he got his little icon situation and, he's doing his tours and stuff. So, these dudes is trying to stay relevant and try to stay, and, get their spotlight back. But I don't think you dropping jewels, dropping the T on Ashanti was the way to go about it. You could have just said, you could have even went as far as saying like, look, for whatever reason, I'm not giving back the Masters. But just to kind of let it be known kind of what you did in the bedroom and how she was, once your little side whore. You know what I mean? Like, I think that was just that was not appropriate, man, for that. And, obviously she kept it classy when she responded back. You know what I'm saying? She's not going to throw you in the mud, obviously, but, hopefully you get what you're looking for. That's my take on that, man. But y'all get in the comment box, man, and let me know what y'all think. Do y'all feel like it was necessary for Irv to drop the T on Ashanti? Or do you think Irv just need to fucking just do a tell-all book and drop the T on everybody? Because I guarantee, man, Irv done probably smashed a few of your favorites back in the day just based on the stature and the status that Murder Inc. once had before 50 Cent crushed the building. But y'all get in the comment box, man. Let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification tab, man, so y'all can tap in every time I drop a video. It's your boy Don Peoples. Deadbolt. Gone.